Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. So in the last video we learned about variables in Python, how we can use variable, how can assign the value to a variable, and in this video we will learn how the variables are stored in memory in Python, right? So whenever we create any variables in Python, it is stored in memory. So let's see how it works. Okay. So, one thing is variable in Python's are reference. Reference means whenever we create any variable in Python, so it does not directly store the value in the variable itself. So basically, the variable the variable name acts as a reference or a pointer to the actual object in memory. So think of the variable as a label attached to the value stored elsewhere. Okay, so for example, if we write something, let's say my name equal to John, right? So Python creates a string object John in the memory, right? The actual value John will be in the memory, and my name variable will be referencing to the memory location of John, basically, right? So something like this. So let's say I write name equal to John, right? So in memory what will be stored? So John will be stored in some memory. Okay, John is an object because it's a string is an object, and the name will be pointing to that memory location. So this name variable will be pointing to this memory location where John is stored, right? So this is means where Python are reference variables are in reference. Now Python memory model. So Python has two types of memory to store the variable and their value. One is stack memory and one is heap memory, right? So stack memory basically store the variable names and reference, like basically pointer to the object, like our name variable name will store in the stack memory, and heap memory is where the actual object like our name John will be stored, right? So if we go to our example here, so this John, right? So John will be stored in where? John will be stored in our heap memory. Okay, and this name variable, this will be stored in where? In stack memory. So basically in stack memory we store the pointer, right? And this John, the actual value, is stored in the heap, right? And name is pointing to this heap memory like we shown here. Okay, hope this is understandable. So here I have given this example also. If we have x equal to 10, so x is stored in the stack as a reference, and the value 10 is stored in the heap, and x is pointing to that heap, right? Now we have two types of object. One is mutable, one is immutable. So what is mutable and what is immutable? So mutable means it can be modified in place, right? And immutable means we cannot change the value after creations. So this is just a simple example. Let's see how what does it mean. Let me remove this. Okay, so let's say we have a value x equal to 10, right? And now if we write x equal to let's say x plus 1, right? So now first x, if you see the pointer to this x or the memory location of this, so it is what? ID of x, it will give us the location. And now if we see for the second one, if you see the memory location, so see both are different, right? Both are not same. It means this x is basically immutable, we cannot change it after creation. So now first the x was pointing to 10, now the x is pointing to 11, but both are in different memory locations. So now this 10 will be garbage collected by Python. It is of no use. Right now the x value is 11 instead of 10, right? So this is called immutable. So it means a new integer object 11 is created, and which is reference to 11, and this 10 will get garbage collected, right? Now the example of mutable, let's say we have a list, right? We have a list called, let's say 1 2 3, and now if we append something in our list, let's say we append 4. Okay, let's print out the location for these two lists. If you see, both will be same, pointing to the same. You see here, both are pointing to the same location. See, not X, sorry, my list. Okay, you see both are pointing to the same location, means these leads got modified in place. We are not creating any new object for the list, and we are just modifying the existing list, and the memory location is same. It means it is mutable, we can change it, we can modify it, right? So this is called mutable, right? So these are the example of mutable object and immutable object. Next is shared reference. So what is shared reference? Okay, when multiple variables reference the same object, they share that object in memory. So what does it mean? Let me give you an example. Okay, let's say we have an object, a list called A, which is the value hold is 1 2 3, and now we have another variable B which is equal to A. Okay, and we are appending something into B. Let's say we append 4. So what will happen? What will be the value of A? So if we print out the value of A, you will see the A value got modified to 1 2 3 4, right? If we see the value of B also, you will see it is 1 2 3 4. See, because this is shared, right? It is referencing to the same object, right? And they had shared the same memory basically. If you print out the memory location of A and memory location of B, you will see both are same, both are pointing to the same location. So when we modify the value of B, basically it is modifying the value of A, right? So this is that. Now if I have already shown you how this whenever we create an object and we modified the value for immutable object, how the memory location got updated. For immutable, if we have a list or dictionary, you will see when we can append or delete the value in place from the same memory location. This is mutable object. Then how the memory got shared when we create a new variable from the existing one, right? So the memory shared. So basically this is all basic behind how variables get stored in memory in Python, right? Hope you like this video. Please subscribe if you like this video, and put some comments if you have any. Thank you.